Hey guys, welcome. My name is Sam, and we've got about 15 minutes together today to do a runner's flow. This flow is to complement your running practice. So if you've just taken up running in isolation because there's nothing else for you to do, that's great. But running can be a lot of strain on your body, and a lot of us go from 0 to 100. So we want to find a practice that can complement that running. So what we're going to do is start in toe pose. So you'll bring your shins parallel, hips width apart. You're going to tuck your toes under and then sit your hips back onto your heels. Now when you come into the shape, we want to check that your baby toes tucked under as well. Your pelvis is sitting nice and neutral. Draw your ribs in and then let your hands fall into your lap. Now we're not here for too long. If this is too intense in your body to start off, you're welcome to bring your hands in front of you. That's just going to reduce the amount of weight through the soles of your feet and reduce the intensity of the stretch. Otherwise, letting your eyes close, feeling your shoulders melt down your back, and just starting to breathe into any sensations that show up. And the soles of your feet, they're your foundation as we move. So we want to start from the base and work our way up. Take a long breath in. And a gentle breath out. And then as you're ready, blink open your eyes. You're going to return your hands to your mat. Just slowly untuck your toes, unravel the feet. You might give the feet a little bit of a pitter-patter. And sit your hips back to your heels. Use your hands behind you. And come up onto fingertips, peel your shoulders back, your shoulder blades together. Begin to lift your knees and feel the tops of your feet, your ankles stretch. And keep opening your heart, so you should feel the stretch through the front of your shoulders. And breathe into the front line of your body. Take an inhale. And a gentle breath out. When you're ready, slowly make your way into all fours. You'll stack shoulders over wrists, hips above your knees. Now spread your fingertips wide and find that the wrist creases, they're about parallel to the front of your mat. Now from here, let's go long with the arms, so press down into your palms. And there's a gentle buoyancy through your shoulder blades. So we're not completely doming and rounding, but we're not collapsing either. There's integrity through the upper back. Now draw your ribs in. From the tailbone to the crown of your head, begin to get long. And we'll explore cat and cow for a few breaths. Inhale, peel your heart forward, your shoulder blades draw together and down. Exhale, breath, tuck the tail, round the spine, chin to chest, push into your palm. And then slowly continue like that, going with the pace of your breath. Inhale, opening the front line. Exhale, breath, round and dome, hollow the belly. Now you can stick with this linear variation if that feels good. And if you're a little tighter, you want to be a little more expansive or free-flowing, you can take this cat and cow however you choose. Just a few breaths here, harmonizing the breath and the body. 15-ish minutes for you. When you are ready, just return to a neutral spine. You're going to move your hands forward about a hand's length. Tuck your toes under once more. And just begin to press into your palms and send your hips to your downward facing dog. Now, the idea here is to mobilize the body. So just start to take whatever movements call to you, whatever feels organic, but being very purposeful with your movement. So you might pedal the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Or just sway your hips side to side. Allow your eye gaze to steady on one point. And then take a moment to arrive into stillness. And feel that your fingertips are spreading wide. And there's an action of pushing forward and down with your palms. And from your wrist crease to your hip crease, you'll get nice and long. So shine your sit bones up to the sky. There's a gentle wrapping of the upper arm back. That's going to deepen your armpit sockets and spread your shoulder blades across your back. Now draw your front ribs in, and then feel your inner thighs roll back. Your heels, they're anchoring towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they touch, but that's the direction they're going. Take a long breath in, and a generous breath out. And just look forward and begin to stroll your feet to the top of your mat. There's no rush. Take as many steps as you need. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, whatever you like. When you arrive, bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, breathe in. Bow and fold, full breath out. Crown of your head reaches to the floor. We'll do that again, halfway lift. Now feel your whole back body tone, heels drive down, shoulder blades draw together. Bow and fold, belly to thighs, exhale. One more, halfway lift, breathing in. From the tail to the crown, get longer. Forward fold, bow, exhale. Now feet are at least hips width apart, wider if you're restricted through the pelvis. Find a ragdoll. Take a hold of opposite elbows. Sway your torso side to side if that feels good. Give your head a little shake. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Chin to chest, roll yourself up slowly to stand. Now there's 33 bones in your spine, so if you can stack them one by one. When you arrive at the top, give your shoulders a big roll up, down and back, maybe hair out of your eyes. Hands by your side. And then reach your hands up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Sweep your fingertips up. Hands to your heart. Amastitihi. Full breath out. Close your eyes. And just for a moment, pause. Feel the soles of your feet anchored into the mat. Feel energy rise from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. And start to move. Reach your hands up to the sky. We're going to go nice and slow with the rhythm of the breath. Inhale. Bow and fold. Full breath out. Release. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. So hands can come to shins. Long spine, back body, tone. Plant your palms to the mat. Take a big step of your left foot back. Fingertip lunge. Now what we want to find is that your right knee is relatively over your right ankle. And if the earth is far, you can lift the floor by taking your hands onto a block or a water bottle, cat, dog, small child, whatever's available. Now from here, see if you can loop your right hip in and back, and then pull your left hip. You want to deepen your left femur into your left hip socket. Now drive the back of your left thigh to the sky. Your front ribs in, so lift your belly off your thigh. Take a long breath in. Long pyramid for your exhale. Pull your right leg towards straight. Now elevate the floor again if you need. For me, I'm going to bring it a little higher. We want to avoid this rounding right here in the back. It's not wrong, but right now our focus is on our hamstring of the right leg. So you're going to ground down through your right big toe mound. Again, pull your right hip in and back. Zipper your belly, and we hinge forward from the hips. Really good. You're going to feel your right quadricep tone. Kneecap hugs up towards your pelvis. Take a long breath in. And stay for your exhale. Now we're going to pulse that. Fingertip lunge, heart forward. Inhale, breath. Long pyramid, full breath out, right leg towards straight, long low back. One more, inhale, fingertips, heart forward, left heel drives back. Long pyramid breath out. Now from here, you'll rebend your right knee, move your block to the side. Plant your palms, step downward facing dog, 2 sit bones to the sky. And then from here, roll yourself forward to your high plank, shoulders over wrists. Soften your knees down, untuck the toes and pause. A little tuck of your tail as you push into your palms. And with your exhale, we lower slowly down to the earth. Elbows hug into the rib cage. Now, cobra pose, untuck your toes, but they should already be untucked. So you're going to press into the tops of your feet, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift the back of your heart to the sky, navel draws in. Exhale, breath, soften, forehead to earth. Again, cobra pose, feel your whole back body lift up, collarbones broad, legs are firm. Exhale, breath, soften. One more, cobra pose. Inhale, lift back body, feel the back of your skull lift to the ceiling. Soften forehead to mat, breath out. Press back through your knees to your downward dog, hips to the sky. And then tiptoe, stroll your feet to your hands. Feet hips width, halfway lift. Take a long breath in. Bow and fold, Uttanasana, breath out. Circle hands to the sky. Inhale, lift out of your waist. Hands to heart, full breath out. And again, reaching up, inhale, so root your feet down as you lift your side bodies to the sky. Bow and fold, full exhale, hinge from the hips. Halfway lift, inhale, drive your heart forward. Step your right foot back and pause, fingertip lunge. Now you've got left knee over left ankle. Pull your left hip in and back. And drive your right thigh up to the sky. Take a breath in. Long pyramid pose with your exhale. So you pull your left leg towards straight. Now, I've got an injury on my left hip, so my leg's going to have a little bend in it. So just know that you work with your body and what's available to you today. Ground through your left big toe mat. And then feel your left quadricep tone, so hug kneecap up towards your pelvis. Take a long breath in and stay for your exhale. I'm going to go fingertip lunge, inhale breath, heart forward. We pulse, exhale left leg towards straight. Twice more, breathing in, rebend, stack the knees. Long pyramid, outer hips hug to center, breath out. One more, fingertip lunge. Exhale, breath, bow, stay high on the ball of your back foot. Now this time, fingertip lunge, heart forward, get yourself ready. We step your right foot to the top of your mat, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, back body long. Bow and fold, full breath out. Now heel toe your feet to mat width apart. You might turn your toes out slightly as you snuggle your hips nice and low. Hands to your heart, Malasana Yogi squat. Now, in this shape, it's very easy to collapse your body down. What we want to find is there's a buoyant lift up. So peel your shoulder blades together and down your back. Draw your ribs in. And then feel your feet here are working. They're strong. Like you're trying to pick the floor up from the soles of your feet. You might feel the fronts of your shins start to work. Feel that. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Okay. And then slowly, you're just going to lower your hips down towards the floor. Let yourself come back into your happy baby. So you'll find that your tailbone is on the floor. You've either got a hold of the outer edges of your feet, your ankles, the backs of your thighs. Whatever is going to allow you to have your tailbone flat on the earth. Rock from side to side if that feels good. And then when you're ready, draw your knees into your chest, give them a big squeeze. Soften your feet down towards your mat. Set your feet hips width and parallel, arms alongside you. Little tuck of your tail, draw your lower belly in. Feel the neck is long. With your inhale breath, press into your feet, lift your hips away from the earth. And find that your ribs are still knitting in. We just want to have a little bit of life through the back line of your body. Not looking for the deepest back bend, just a little bit of mobility through the back line, a little bit of stability. Take a breath in. And slowly come all the way down. Knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. You're going to rock yourself up into your seat. Now, you're going to take your right shin parallel to the front of your mat. See if you can avoid using your hands. You're going to send your left leg back, and we're going to set up for our pigeon pose. Now, if you need to use your hands, you can, but just to work on mobility through the hips, just see if we can get there without them. Now, right knee is outside right wrist, and there's again a buoyancy, just like in Malasana. So it's easy to just collapse. Feel like you're energetically plugging your thighs in towards your pelvis, lifting your lower belly. Now you can bring your fingertips to the floor. I know for me, I like to stay upright. It helps me to keep integrity through the posture to avoid collapsing. But if you prefer a little bit of a lazy bird, you can rest your forehead down into the earth. That's no problem. You can close your eyes. Not here for too long, just getting the outer hips open. And if you've come down, lift yourself up to fingertips. And soften your right hip down. And then again, see if you can avoid using your hands. We're going to bring your left leg all the way around. So we're going to bring the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. I might just turn and face you for this one. So you've got sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. And then just start here, fingertips behind you. Feel both of your sit bones are anchored to the earth. And then we have your straight leg, your left toes are flexed to the sky. Now circle your hands up, take a breath in. Side bend. You're going to reach your left hand towards your left foot. And then your right hand's going to feel up and over. So think about lifting and lengthening. And wrapping your rib cage, your heart, up towards the sky. Now we want to keep your left toes pointing up to the ceiling. And there's a gentle pressure of the heel drawing down so your hamstrings working. Take an inhale. And stay for your breath out. And take your right hand. Now circle it up and over. Plant it behind you. Flash dance. Press into your right hand, right shin. Lift your hips away from the earth. Open the front body. Now soften your hips down to the floor. And then all we'll do is swap sides. Now there's no graceful transition here. Just left knee forward. See if you can avoid using the hands. It's half pigeon. Now again, we want to find that the pelvis is sitting nice and neutral. So we'll pull that left hip back, right hip forward. And then when you're ready, hands come down to the earth. Now again, if you want to come all the way down, you're very welcome to. But I like to stay up onto my fingertips and focus on plugging in. You can feel your left shin like you're trying to press it down into the floor. We get a little more active mobility through the left outer hip. Take a breath in and out. When you're ready, we'll rise up. Again, sit onto your left hip. See if you can avoid using your hands. The right leg comes forward. And again, sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. I'll turn to face you again. So from here, we want to set up first. Flex the right toes, firm through the outer hip, reaching up. Inhale. Side body stretch. Exhale. Now again in this shape, rather than closing that top shoulder towards the floor, can you open your heart up towards the ceiling? So you want to feel length through your side body, but we're not crunching down through your right thigh. Take an inhale, sweep up and back, flash dance. Press into your palm, your shin, open up, and then come all the way down to the earth. From here, let's bring the soles of your feet together. Knees fall wide. Now, I like to bring my feet further away rather than in nice and tight, just for this variation so we can focus not on the adductors so much, but more the back body. You're going to reach your hands up, take an inhale. And then with your exhale, just round the spine. Feel this hollowness through your belly, your shoulder blades, they spread across your back. You could turn your palms to face up. Your head, a gentle roll side to side. Just a few breaths here. When you're ready, you'll just roll on up. Just use your hands, come all the way down to your back. I'm going to finish with just a little bit of a twist. Arms wide, big T. Draw your knees into your chest, just with your belly, and let them fall over to the left side. Now see if you can keep your right shoulder pinned down to the earth so it's not lifting, to allow this rotation to be more through the thoracic spine. There should not be any pain in your back. You can either leave the back of your skull on the earth or just follow the gaze to the right side of the room. Use your inhale breath, knees come back through center, and your exhale, knees fall to the right. Again, if this left shoulder wants to lift, just don't go as far with the twist. You want to keep your left shoulder down into the earth. Through center, breathe in. One final squeeze, knees to your chest. And our favorite pose, Shavasana. Extend your arms and your legs. Close your eyes. Allow your belly to be soft. And extend your arms and your legs wider than you normally would. Take up space. Full rest. You're welcome to stay in this rest pose for as long as you have today. I'm going to close down the practice, but I encourage you to stay for another 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, no, minutes.